Now, tip number 2. Girls who miss you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what's with these girls who always hit you up and it's like, oh my, or you just see it on your news feed.
Always.
OMG, I miss you. I love you. Like, why aren't we hanging out ever? Like, I don't understand, like, what that means because I get people that do that to me, too. Like, girls just hit me up, like, oh my gosh, I miss you. Like, where have you been? And I'm like, fuck, girl, I've been here the whole time. Like, we exchanged number, like, 2 months ago. You've been fucking blowing me off. Like, what are you doing? Why are you posting on my Facebook about fucking you miss me, you want to hang out? Like, I don't fucking text you. Like,
I mean, you bored?
No, I mean, what?
What?
I said, like, just these girls that just, like, are hitting me up or whatever.
Like, why are you hitting me up? Are you bored or something? Like, what the frick?
Right.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I mean,
I texted you about a month ago. You never texted back. I called it a day. What you doing talking to me again?
I mean, you have delayed text messages. Like, people, like, you'll just text and they won't respond to you for, like, 3 hours later, sometimes a day. Just like, oh, my phone's been acting up. Like,
yeah, it has.
Really, like, a lot of stuff's been going on with you. Like, we haven't hung out. Like, what is really going on? It baffles me. And it upsets me to a certain extent when I see this stuff on my Facebook.
It's not the fact that you don't want, like, that you blew us off.
It's not our fault.
Cool.
Don't come at me like I've been the one avoiding you.
It's all cool, yeah. When you come at us, like, we're the ones who've been avoiding you. Like, where have you been?
Mm-hmm.
What's this look like to you? What do you think this is?
Like, I had a crush on you since the 8th grade, and now you're just, like, toying with me right now, coming back into my life, just like, shit, girl. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, this is all well and good, but, I'm trying to maybe take it to the next level, and you're asking me, like, where you been? What you been doing? Like, I've been around. I've not texted you for the past 3 days. I have multiple times, and you said you dropped your phone in water. I don't get it.
Yeah. Just...
Rick,
I
man,
mean,
you got any experience with this, man?
Richter.
I mean,
these women out there
to take it off the Richter scale.
Bam, Richter.
I mean, first of all, the whole, like, posting on the Facebook and calling me out, putting me in the middle of things, and, like, not things that I'm even involved in, things that I have, like, no idea of what's going on. I'm being told about by other people. Like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to hang out with you this weekend. Shit, I didn't know we made plans.
Right.
Like, what? Oh, really? Like, I mean...
Or, hey, why weren't you at this party? Oh, I don't know. You didn't tell me about your fucking shindig you were having.
I wasn't invited. Right. Dang.
Talking about you sent a text, you didn't send anything. This is bullshit. You had another guy there talking to him. I don't know. Talking
constantly, and then, like, oh, yeah, come over real soon. Come over whenever you want. Like, hang out, Shit, like...
Those are false promises.
False.
You're making false promises. You have no intention.
Just talking outside of your neck.
And
right. We're not going to just show up. You just say it is another thing.
Down the street or not. Like, oh, yeah, you're like, neighbor girl? No, like, I still don't do that. I mean,
we've never actually hung out in the first place, so how would you just assume that I'm just going to randomly come over to your house? Like...
What?
It's not going to happen.
Throwing it out there.
And then you get mad at us, like we should have knew. Like, oh yeah.
And they do it continuously. Like, you would lead us week after week with these false promises. Like, oh, I talk about, like, man, I really want to go to the zoo. And you're like, why don't we go this week? This week never comes. What day is that?
What day is this? Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, I try and
give... Are we talking fun day?
I give
right
you...
before Sunday, but right after Monday? Like...
Right. I give you a little time, like, alright, so maybe she's a little busy, alright, we'll hang out whenever. I'll text her. She'll get back to me when she gets back to me. Never gets back to me, and then a few weeks later, I get a post on my Facebook. Ricky.
Where you been?
Where have you been?
Well,
I haven't seen you all summer. We were supposed to do so many things. We were supposed to fucking go to Ohio. We were supposed to go to California. Road trip.
Go to the zoo.
We were supposed to go to the movies. I mean, there's literally an endless list
of what we were supposed to do.
I mean...
We had these weekly timelines that never existed. You had no intentions of hanging out. You hang out at these fucking douchebags' house. Like, really don't... I mean, I don't understand. Like, it's just, I don't even, like,
I've lost exercise time. Like, my health has been affected here.
Right.
I've lost time from work. I mean, there are days where I take off, like, alright.
This is it. This is the
day. Things are going to happen today.
Huh.
Waiting for that phone call. Wait for that text message. Oh, you get a text?
No, I wasn't here.
No text.
No text? Oh, no text.
But she said she'd hit you up before
today.
10. Yeah, like before 10 o'clock, and now it's just like...
Dude, didn't you have something to do today?
Or this.
Yeah, I was supposed to.
Or, hey, let's hang out.
And you canceled it for this, right?
Hey, I'm going to call you at 5 o'clock, guys. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I know we were supposed to go out for dinner and a movie that we planned for the past 3 weeks, but I can't make it. You're going to give me a late text? I showered. I got off work early.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock.
Right. I mean,
at about 7 o'clock, I realized that this text was coming.
Mm-hmm. And don't think that...
We're going to cut you off.
Don't think that I'm hurt. Don't think that any of us are hurt by this. Because, I mean, the reality is I don't give two shits.
Tough skin.
I mean, it's because of years of the same thing, you know?
And it's just like kind of in our DNA just to know so much about women, really.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is going to happen over and over. I mean... There's eventually going to be that one, you know. Hopefully, like, things just link up.
Well, I mean, it will. Like, it's there, you know what I mean? But, you know, we can't, fault the women totally just because, like, they really have no control over, like, the things that they do. It's involuntary.
It's involuntary.
Yeah. And it's just something that we've coped with. It is. It is. We try to be, as attentive as possible, but it doesn't always happen. And we just get frustrated sometimes when we get the "I miss you" message when we are actually trying to make an effort. We still talk every day, so like you already know all this stuff, but we just have an electronic relationship.
Oh yeah,
it's just all fun and games. But like I like a person to person.
And then all of a sudden, I want to do something. Why is it that coincidentally you always want to do something that I want to do, and then I never end up doing it because you just ruined that entire thing.
Like I'm not 50. This isn't eHarmony. I'm not doing this online. Like, oh yeah, you have 3 kids. Darn.
I'm not trying to fill a gap. Like I'm not a gap filler. Okay.
No.
Like I don't just fit into this little like section of your life and you just piece all these men together.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh well, he makes me laugh. Oh, this one gives me like romance. Like, we can't be like we're not piecing. You know what I mean? We can cut that. We see that. We cut it down. But it takes us sometimes a little bit to figure that out. Unfortunate, but
I mean, like, most of the time, I'd like to think that I know right away.
Really?
I just like to give it, like, I like to give it time. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I'm only 19, just started college. You just gotta like, go with the flow at this point, You can't cut everything down right away.
Definitely.
But, I mean, it definitely gets to that point very quickly. And it's a shame.
What's the time frame that, like, you professionally think that you'd be able to figure out if you were a puzzle piece or not?
Ooh, I'd say...
No, it would be conservative,
Conservative. I'd say within, like, 5 days. If it's consistent, 5 days.
Now, is that 5 days, like...
in a row or 5 days of hanging out?
Right, exactly.
5 days of hanging out.
I'd say 5 days of hanging out. Unless it's a consistent, like... You'd have to be texting day and night. I mean, and even then, texting day and night, I'd give it 2 weeks.
That also puts out a false, like, kind of like pretense of what's going on because, like, she could be playing games via text and, like, you think things are good because you're on the text game, right? That's a good thing. Like, morning, day, and night, she's calling you, not anybody else. Like, she can't call anybody else.
It's a cycle.
But if she's really got, like, a game, maybe you're just that, like, text game puzzle piece, like, we're going to find that out. That's
Real quick. No, I mean, it's not. Especially when you factor in the whole Facebook thing. Like, I'm cool with not getting anything on Facebook. Like, I don't need to be on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Anything on Facebook. Any sort of attention on Facebook.
Faceback Mountain here.
Faceback Mountain. I mean, Facebook is just another social thing to me. Like, I don't need it. But, like, when you go out of your way to bring me up in things and, like, put me into situations.
Tagging me in posts that, like... I'm not going.
Like,
I work 9 to 5.
When was I told about this? Like... Right. Oh yeah, that's real cool. You guys are going up north this weekend. And you wish I was going. That's
okay. Fuck
yeah. Thanks for telling me.
You wish I was going. I wish I fucking knew about it. Like I can get work off. You know, things can happen.
Let me know in advance.
Right. Like
we're all going. I'm not going out there. Or I mean, like just. Can I side note this? Like, no, I don't. No, I won't.